This is the Roxanne Show. Get ready. It's time to rise.
Let's go back to your original question. I want to fall in love with what it feels like to unlock, to learn, to add a new dimension or contour to the thing that I'm so interested in, basketball or conversations in my case or whatever. I want to unlock a new dimension to it because I love this craft. I love this science and art. And that there's a purity in getting better there. And if you're nearly obsessed with wanting to be better and unlock and to do it your unique way, likely, that is so rare and special, likely you will become so good at it that the outcomes start to take care of themselves.
Totally love that.
All that being said is like, you and I have mutual friends that are, 6'3", jump 40 inches, like roll out of bed and work their ass off to be great. But I'm probably not suited for that environment. So even if I loved it, but my genetic makeup isn't well aligned with it, I'm probably not going to be a sumo wrestler.
Probably not.
Maybe, but like it's probably not for me.
Right.
So there is this, it doesn't mean I can't pursue it professionally. But if the pursuit is because I absolutely fundamentally love the way it feels to knock around or get knocked around and have that leverage, then I have to also let go of being the best because I'm not really designed for it properly. But when you get that really unique collision of physical, physiological, mental capabilities that fit with the environment to say, keep going, look at that, keep going. You might be the best in the world, but more importantly, what you can control is being your very best.
Yeah.
And the difference between those two aims in life are miles apart. Being your best, approaching being your best versus approaching being the best.
Yeah.
And I've got a 15-year-old son, and the question almost every day is, was that your best work? Not, I don't care how his teammates or his classmates are doing.
Yeah.
Is that your best work? And he goes, I don't know, Dad. I go, well, that's our approach together. How are we going to figure out if that's your very best? And so like that would be the tension. Is this my best work?
Yeah.
I don't know. And so just having that dialogue and
so good.
Yeah, is I think, and I say it in a way that he feels exasperated by my questioning, but sometimes he does, but more so it's super supportive.
Well, it's cool because it's almost like you keep him really curious to what is the best. And that, I think best. To what is his best. And that curiosity piece, I mean, you want to talk about curiosity? Yeah. Because I love that subject and I love how you talk about curiosity in the book.
Okay, before we go to curiosity, I just want to acknowledge that you can become the best in the world by many ways. You could become the best in an industry, or you could become you can get there so many ways. I'm not saying that the focus on being the best in the world is absolutely problematic. Yeah. But you deleverage yourself when you're focusing on trying to be something that is out of your control. And I'm not a fan of being personally or helping somebody that I'm working with be deleveraged. We want to maximize leverage. Right. So that's the difference between mastery and the path of mastery versus the path of high performance, or the path of mastery versus the path of excellence. And so there's so many people in our worlds that we know together that are fundamentally committed to being the best in the world. The cost is high. Yeah. And so I don't want to get too lost in it. I just want to acknowledge how electric extraordinary outcomes are. Yeah. And I want to celebrate all of those. Yeah. But I don't want to be in a deleveraged position. No. I want to feel, this goes back to autonomy and agency, and there's some technical words here. I want to feel powerful in my own self. And when I am leaving so much up to chance, if you and I are competing at something, makeup, let's say. A past life of yours, right? Yeah. Right. Oh, are you laughing at me now? No. Yeah, that's very good.
I'm like the visual.
The visual. Yeah, right. That if I'm trying to be my best, I can be okay doing something next to you. But if I'm trying to be better than you, I'm completely deleveraged. You're miles ahead of where I am, where I'll ever be with it.
Yeah.
It's a silly game when you really think about it. But the reason we're so desperate to be on a podium is so we get recognized. And I'll tell you a story. This sounds...
Yes.
So early days in the UFC, I was working with a fighter that was in a championship fight. And center of the ring, belt around his waist, and his hand went up. He won. And he said, Mike, for a few moments, I had this incredible silence. Like, it was awesome. Like, I've never felt that. It was really great. But by the time my hand came down, I immediately thought, I gotta fucking keep doing this, because my dad and my relationship with my dad is built around this thing. And if I stop, I think that relationship stops. So I fucking hate this. I hate it. I'm the best in the world and I hate why I do it. I don't like any of this. So, and I could give you stories on stories about the podium national anthem happening where people come off and they say, I'm still fucking miserable. Like, I'm here and I thought I'd be different. This is backstage at the Olympics with a medal around their neck, tears. And the world thinks that the tears are like of relief and celebration and all the sacrifices and like how wonderful this is and like how meaningful. And they're backstage going, I traded everything for this and I'm fucking miserable. And so that's not the case for everybody.
No, but I can say, I mean, I'm thinking about people in my own life. I grew up around so many, world-class athletes, and there's one person in particular who I think about, where a lot of how she received love was when she was winning. And she kept winning and winning and winning. And so there was just, that was a thought that came to my mind was her and her journey. And then when she, when she retired as one of the greatest professional surfers, there's, that kind of comes back to you as, that validation, internal versus external validation. I mean, that's a big subject and one that I love speaking about, because I think more people are groomed to rely on the external to know who they are, feel worthy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We're saying the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so when you're up higher on a podium and there's a spotlight on you, that moment can be like, I'm okay.
Yeah.
But it's fleeting, and it doesn't mean you don't get paid. It doesn't mean there's not all these other benefits.
Yeah.
But the path is costly. The washout. Like, I think if parents knew what I knew about how many, like, the downside of pursuing being the best, they would not be pushing their kids. They would absolutely not, because it's a real dark side that our society is not wanting or willing to go to. And we celebrate the best in the world as if they are special.
Yeah.
But we're missing all the casualties and emotional gravestones for so many that didn't even have really a chance.
Thanks so much for listening, you guys. Please like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to leave us a 5-star rating and review.